Good morning. 11:22, 33 seconds. Seventh of the 6th, 2026, which is the year. And I'll say morning again to the esteemed ladies and gentlemen. Casting, transmitting and receiving on 4-T, the sanctuary, pursuit, and the golden truth. Here is the Solar Jaguar Emperor. Pretty straightforward. And we go back, as I say, to the drawing board, because there's been implications, hasn't there? Big implications through this fictionist that's been around for 700 years that we know of. And before that, there was a lot of other insidious things at play. But we are now getting to the bottom of it because spirit is very strong. And spirit, through our ancestral spirits, and as you know by now, tracing mine back 180 generations, the father, the mother of the mother, that's how it works, it's your hierarchy, through your ancestral blood lineage, the regency of the blood. Now, people want to know, okay, you get Irish, you get the Scottish, you get the English, Danish, the Frenchish, and you can have Australianish, put the ishes on the end, and that means you're belonging to that tribe. You could say we're the tribe of Australia now. And even Americanish, put that ish, and that's who you belong to. That's your belonging, and that's your tribe. But we're one big tribe now, because that's why we're on planet Earth, and that's why you go forward and you multiply and be fruitful. Everything's straight before everybody. Okay, as I said, spirit is very, very strong. And as I say, honour is established through ancestry, and that's your origin too. Your origin on where your birth was, the location. You got a longitude and latitude. They're numbers too. Your exact present in the moment on this earth in that longitude and latitude. Coordinates. Okay, so let us begin today. Haven't got a bell down here, but it's all about refreshing and remembering and relax. I'd love you to all just have relaxation here. You just relax and focus and listen and loosen up. And as you know now, you're here for a precise reason. And the universe and God has pulled you here because, as you know, it all works in mysterious ways. And you get updated within your DNA. And your golden light, pulling in the golden light and the golden powers, the powers that be of energy, and align oneself up with everything and back to within wholeness and back to the source. And I love to have a lot of understanding here. I don't want any confusion. I don't like complicating things. We just keep it simple and easy. As I say, everything that you see before you is now and here through that evil government. Now, they're not all evil in our government, as I explained. It's only some have strayed from the flock, and some will be punished harshly for doing that because they've caved in to the devil's temptation of being greedy, and it all goes back into and stems from corruption. corruption, they corrupted through the devil for their greed and their own selfish gains, which they're not here for a long time. And I tell you, well, it's timelessness for starters. They're going to be held not only accountable here on this plane and our reality in our realm, where they go and where we all go into the afterlife, they're going to get double punished. They're stupid. They're stupid fools for doing what they've done. All to make their life, a little bit easier here, but you can do that just naturally anyway with the natural nature flow of things. You don't need millions and billions and trillions of dollars to have happiness and joyness on this planet. They're controlling it by their evil ways. And that's why they have to be stopped, and they are being stopped as we speak. And as I say, I'd just like to put it out there in the simplest forms possible that I can get my direct message out to each and every one of you, because we're all unique and we're all different in our own ways. As I say, some people pick up faster than the others, and other ones have got a slower processing their thoughts on matters. And this is why I direct my unconditional divine love out to each and every one of you to heal yous and to pick up on what I'm saying on those frequencies 11, 22 and 33. Gifts. And the eagle, the scorpion, the phoenix. There's many. The puma. You got the puma, the jaguar. There's many direct energies that flow into me. And that's why I ground and balance and said to myself, so within, so without, as above, so below. Does it make sense? As I said, we have common sense. We have that common sense approach to things. And as I say, keep it simple and keep away from all that gibberish and jargon stuff that's out to confuse you and to control you through the evil governments. And I'll hint on something else too. When you have that ish, well, put the Tango Alpha Romeo on the end of it. Ishtar. Another hint there, another hint. But the spirit is very strong today. I feel it. I am it. And I process it. And I direct it out to all you guys. As it comes in, as I hear things, and that's messages from higher powers that be, whether it's through the archangels, angels, celestial and terrestrial, which you connect to Mother Goddess Gaia. It's all big cycles. And that's when it goes around through Mother Gaia, through yourself, through the earth and celestial. Big circles just keep going round and round and round. And then your energy currents coming in. And that connects up to the earth grids, all those grids and patterns. And some have this ability and some do not have that ability. But the ones who have that ability, we help the ones without that ability. And as you've heard that before, we leave no one behind. That's our wish, not to leave anybody behind. Higher frequencies, higher vibrations, your higher collectiveness in the higher consciousness, and getting to be aware of your surroundings and aware on who everybody is down here in their authentic selves, of authenticity. And the nature naturally corrects itself. And we are all a part of nature in the animal kingdom. And some protect more than others. As I say, we've all got our own unique reason of being here with our missions, functions, and we focus on our authentic selves and actualize it, action, and produce it and perform what we're here to do. Re-educating, reprogramming, as I say, is full of confusion and it's all complicated. And we just like to, decomplicate it and de-confuse a lot of it. And keep it, as I say, in the natural flow of nature. On how we're supposed to be. And we do it the right way. We do it the right way with righteousness. As I am here as the messenger, number 11, the visionary, putting out and materializing the path, illuminating the path of righteousness, illuminating. And we eliminate these creatures, demons and monsters. They become eliminated. Okay, so I illuminate the path of righteousness and we eliminate the ones hiding in the darkness and shine the bright, bright light on them. The beacon of light, the beacon of light. Okay, so what do we have? What do we have? Oh, I've got the 2 cards there. Your inner child, using the inner child, and your positive expectations. Positive expectations. Would you like me to read that out to you? Okay, inner child, the inner child. With your inner powers, hook up to it, hook it up and connect with it all and then use it, start using it. Inner child, card meaning. Just as you take care of small children by listening to them, playing with them and hugging them, so does your inner child earn for nurturing. This card also asks you to have patience with yourself as you are growing and maturing at your own pace. If you're feeling neglected and unappreciated, never feel that around this channel. This channel, as I say, it's a 4-T sanctuary pursuit of truth. It's your sanctuary. You feel safe and loved and comforted. Just being here. Just as with any child, your inner child needs daily care and attention. This includes giving her consistently positive feedback. Take a moment to hug yourself right now and tell yourself mentally or aloud, I love you. You are a wonderful and perfect child of God. Take some time today to play. Your playfulness could be as organised as going to an amusement park or playground, or as spontaneous as telling silly jokes with a friend. Always maintain your sense of humour. Your new daily habit of taking care of the kid within helps you feel more youthful and vigorous, and will ultimately make you more productive. We're just talking about that productive stuff, weren't we? You'll be filled with fresh new ideas, and your friends will soon be telling you how young and refreshed you feel, refreshing one's remembrance. Affirmation, I invest in myself by taking regular time to let go, play and have fun. And this is what it's all about. I know that's what I mean, there's a lot of complication and confusion out there, because this is what the evil ones do, to distract you on what they're actually doing. But when you wake up, arise and shine, abracadabra, you see it for yourself, and you do. You go holy moly and wow, or wowzer, or however you deal and go with it. And then capital J for justice. We storm ahead because we become the storm on these guys, this darkness. Now, the next one will be positive expectations. Positive expectations. Positive expectations. All right, card meaning. Keep up your hopes, dreams and affirmations, visualizations and prayers, as they will be wonderfully manifested right now. Don't quit 5 minutes before the miracle occurs. Never, never, never quit or give up, because we are conquerors. We have much strength, integrity, love, honour, hope, faith, bravery, courage, and enlightenment and alignment with all the galaxies, universe, planetary systems. And remember that country we're in, whether it's Scottish, English, Irish, ish, Americanish, Australianish, New Zealandish. That's the origin and the belonging to your tribe and where you've been, birth, a mother, goddess Gaia, and planet Earth. Pretty sure that's what the fiction call it. I think I'll have to look into that one. I'll get back to you on that one. And as I said before too, hang on, we'll just read this first. Don't quit 5 minutes before the miracle occurs. Stand fast, stand your ground. You've planted the seeds of manifestation with your positive thoughts and emotions, yet you may be discouraged occasionally because you aren't seeing immediate results. The results take a bit to come forth. As I said, 180 generations. The miracles do not happen after night. Well, maybe I'm a little bit off there. Some do, some don't. But it's God's work and it's God's plan. And as you know, it's God's glory and God's kingdom. And this is our reality and our realm. You start to have pessimistic thoughts and wonder whether your faith is unjustified. That's the toxicity in you. You've pushed out all that toxicity. Okay, all that negativity. It's gone. You only bring in the positive now. And positive actions and goodness. And the golden truth. Hold on to your faith through your manifestation is taking longer than you'd hoped. It is coming to you. You certainly don't want to cancel or cloud your manifestation or with miscreations that come from negative thoughts, as I just said. As I said, with miscreations, we do golden truth creations. We create through speech. Speech creates. At your earliest convenience, go outside in nature. Even a backyard or small park will do. Mentally converse with your friends or fairies. They are absolute experts, or just in the celestial, whoever you want to communicate with. That is up to you as an individual with your free will as a free man. They are absolute experts at manifestation. Tell them about your doubts, fears and disappointments, as well as your hopes and dreams. Ask the fairies to help you release any negativity you may have and feel them surround you with healing, love and light, the golden light. Affirmation, I am safe, confident and secure. I feel joyful about my future. Okay, so let that one adjust and recalibrate your process in your thoughts and take it all in. Take it all in. Because as I say to you guys out there in the timelessness, these are all beautiful and all miracles in the image of made in the image of our Creator. Let's move on to the tarot cards. Okay, going on good timing today in the timelessness. Okay, intent, pulse, receptivity, enchant. It's the greatest mass awakening, unstoppable, inevitable, irreversible, and it's unavoidable. Okay, and just trust in the process. Trust in the process. It's all happening. It's all a happening thing. And I am in the right spot at the right time. It's all about the timing. Divine timing. Divine intervention. Because you're just sitting in that your origin and your belonging. Because we got plenty of oomph. Plenty of oomph. I'll tell you, these are different cards, aren't they? The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune. We keep putting and pulsing the golden truth out there. We pulsate and keep pulsing and pulsating and transmitting the golden truth out there. So you guys receive that because you've got your receptors open throughout your chakras now. As I say, follow my directions and instructions because we have strength. We have strength. As God and the universe communicates with us through mysterious ways, go with the flow, go with the process, trust in the process, and we have productivity with progressional prosperity. Unstoppable. Because this is how it goes. This is how it goes now. It is what it is. It is, and as it is. And who am I and who am you? And now we know because we're in the knowing, and that's all there is to know, because we're in the now and present. Okay, it just sounds a bit out there, but it's all about being here in the right moment of the present, in the now. King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. Hey, you're hoodwinked. There is no avoidance. No avoidance. But you've got two swords to work with. And as I say, stay away from the devil's temptations. And you're no longer blindfolded. No longer blindfolded. There's no avoidance, which I just said. It's unavoidable. You're weighing up your options. Should be none of that now. You should know because you're aware of your surroundings and aware of who I am. I am who I am. And your authenticity selves. And deadlock holiday. Now that was a dreadlock holiday, wasn't it? And it's all about, your duality, togetherness, a setting of the energy, union, love and balance. And that's your Two of Swords. First deacon in Libra. Okay, so that's self-explanatory. We'll pull out another 2 cards here. We'll see what happens. What is the Spirit? What's the Spirit want to say to us? What's the Spirit wants to say to us? And the moon. Pluto, life, death, rebirth, transformation, restoration, reformation. Jupiter, exploration, expanding, new technology. The royal star Antares, unveiling. The hidden things that we can't see, and that's good and bad. But at this stage, in our phase and our levels, we're unveiling all this evilness that has been going on, well, behind our backs. So that is why we show you the golden truth on everything this evilness has been performing behind our backs and behind the curtain. King of Swords. This one came out too. Transitional. We're in a transitional transformation stage. That confirms it. Okay, so we'll go on to the reading. Your Wheel of Fortune. And that multiplies, magnifies it, and direct it in strong currents of energy out to each and every one of you guys. And that is fully self-explanatory now on what my mission and function and what I focus on, and full of confidence, encouragement, and being inspirational, inspiring the populace on your capabilities and abilities. And this is what you draw on, your selves of authenticity. And our golden dreams, as I say, it's a dream to some and a nightmare to others. And facts, we stick with the facts. Only the facts. Start getting away from all that fictionalised books, fictionalised legals, fictionalised everything. It's fiction. We'll have none of that now because we're into the facts. And their lies and deception that they're informing now with the masses is have had enough. And you can see that now because they're fallen on themselves, stabbing each other in the back. They've fallen back into the big hole they dug for themselves. Because this is what happens when you tell lies and performing dark satanic rituals. And not all, but some. And we go after that some. And we hold them accountable for what they've been doing. Bad, evil stuff. And it needs to be stopped. And they need to be punished very, very harshly. And yeah, as I said, not only stops in our reality, in our realm, because you got the afterlife, and you must perform your righteousness and your goodness here, and then in the afterlife, well, take a number where you're supposed to be going, because if you don't do it right this time, you'll be held in that prison we called Hades, hell, with the fallen angel Lucifer. And that's if you survive going through, you might just be deatomized and back into the stardust field to be recalibrated to come back into the womb once again. Or you go back as I say, into hell for many, many timelessness. Whatever happens after that fire and brimstone. Just don't think it's all fun and games here with their evilness. Fun and games for some, as I say, good and bad in everything. There's a lot and lots of things happening and going on. Okay, things you cannot see for that precise reason. You're not going to like what you see in the 10-dimensional or 20th dimensional beings all around us that you just can't see. You can feel it sometimes. That's why you have the sixth sense. Anyway, as I say, there's lots of re-educating, reprogramming, refreshing, remembering, and disassembling all that dark evilness that hide in the darkness. We disassemble that because it's decaying and it will dissolve. And we go forward, illuminating the path of righteousness. The visionary, 11. Good luck, karma, life cycles, destiny, turning point, change, inevitable fate, ups and downs, and it's all predictable now, isn't it? Beautiful. Have a look at the four animals or celestial beings around that card in each corner. All has meaning and purpose, because we have strength. And you know, I love the number 8. And number 7's been coming too, 7. And, you know, capital J for justice. We have strength. Fire, Leo. Power, strength and control. Courage, passion, subtle power, preservation, influence, inner strength, focus and compassion. Charity. King of Pentacles. Wealth, business, leadership, security. Discipline, abundance, prosperity and generosity. All ties in what I've just previously said on this program, doesn't it? All goes hand in hand. Hand in hand. And the moon. Transitional time. Flowing, coming in and going out with the tides. Illusion, mastery. Well, mastery their illusions and mastery of the mystery. And then I process that and throw it out to you guys to catch. And seeing is believing. And seeing what these evil ones have been doing. And as I said, behind your backs. And my back. I'm back. I'm just as cranky as you guys. But as I say, you control those emotions. Because we know God's plan, God's glory, God's kingdom. And we're down here in our reality, in our realm. And I know, because I deal with the facts. And it's going to be, well, we're going to dish out our capital J for justice against this evilness. Dreams, intuition, fear, cast out the fear and anxiety. You should have none of that now. And premonitions. And that card so happens to be 18. And 1 and 8 is a 9. Now we go over here into our King of Swords, King of Pentacles, strength, will of fortune. Spirit is strong. King of Swords, Third deacon, Taurus, Gemini, the bull. The bull is another one with the scorpion. Head over heart, discipline, truthful, honest, mental clarity and authority. The golden truth. The golden truth. Facts. Facts. And it just double amplifies what I've just said. On the frequency 33, being the mastery of everything. On the frequency, master teacher of the 33. The triangle of enlightenment. Just be yourselves out there. Be your authentic selves. But you've got to ground it, centre and balance it. And start doing what you're here to perform and produce. Second deacon, Aquarius. And have gratitude and appreciation. Movement, balance, solutions, harmony, healing, and empathy. Empathy. If you can put yourself in someone else's shoes and know exactly what they're going through, say a homeless person, and you can feel and their need on what they're going through, being homeless, well, that's your empathy. And welcome aboard, because that's what it's all about. That the government, the evil government, has made it that hard. It's very, very hard to help ourselves with everything being in a crisis. And that's what they do. And they divide the populace all the time. Divide the populace. Leaving behind, releasing baggage and moving on. Now, what I want to have strength, and we got the Wheel of Fortune, and we got the authority to let you guys know now exactly what's been going on with the population. 28 million, I believe it is now. Something ridiculous, very, very stupid and idiotic of this government to let happen because all their selfish gains. Because these new immigrants vote for the government of the day. So if the Labor government, that's what they're working on now, and false numbers. As I said, fiction. It's all fiction. It's all fiction. They cook the books, what they say, cooking the books and telling lies, porkies. And they've already been caught out with their lies, so they should have no. Well, their reputation's been folded, hasn't it? They got no reputation. Not like, as I say, not like flowing through the honour is established through ancestry. They have none of that because they can't even trace their ancestry. It's sad. But they've done what they've done and there's no going back. And they have to pay a horrible price on what they've done through their temptation, caving in the temptation to the devil. And as I say, they get punished for that. They get punished now for that. And you can see it's all coming out into the golden light now, how it should be. You're just seeing it for yourselves now. And we're all bonding together. We're all bonding together and connecting up. As I said, I touch base, that's right, on those permanent visas. Those permanent visas, all they should be is a working visa. No one should have a permanent visa here whatsoever. You should just come here as a working visa. And how long? It just gets revisited. Your working visa gets, 6 months. And if you've been here for 6 months and you've done nothing wrong, well, we extend it for another 12 months. And then on that working visa, once you've been here for 4 years and you've been a law-abiding citizen and done everything righteousness to the country that has taken you in, which is a bloody privilege anyway, to take anyone in anyone's country, you obey by the rules and their laws, well, you become a citizen in that country, whatever it is. and become one of that tribe. But you have to go through those stages, levels and phases to prove your wealth of righteousness to that country you're working in. And you have to work. And then you pay your own way. There's no government handouts, no subsidies, no nothing whatsoever. You come here and work really, really hard, as I did over the years. I was working up to 60-hour weeks until I got very, very sick. But you have to pay taxes here before you get anything back, like healthcare and stuff like that. And once you become an Australian citizen, I'd probably make it, it's a hard one, probably make it about 6 years or 7 years, as long as you've been paying tax. And it depends on how much tax you've been paying. Some people depend on their wages, doesn't it? But you're also paying GST, so that helps. GST helps. We've got to knock organised crime on its head. We go after all that organised crime. There's no tolerance whatsoever for any perpetrators or any criminals. If they're doing the wrong thing, they be held accountable for their actions too. And that's mostly all evil too. That's the evilness again. As I say, when I say evilness, well, it ropes in all of them, R-O-P-E. As I say, when we go back to the new beginnings, we've got to go have a fresh new start and wiping out all that evilness. Otherwise you won't get a fresh new start. It'll just start its ugliness again. So we wipe it out once and for all. And it's going to be, as we say, a courageous and brave new world. And we wipe out this new wealth order. We wipe out that wealthiness because they got no nous and no intellect on how to run or be a part of the human race. They want to bump off the human race. And as you all know, with that COVID-19, that was their biggest mistake, because that woke up a lot of people. It's like wakies, time for wakies, rise and shine, the greatest most awakening, unstoppable, inevitable, irreversible, unavoidable, abracadabra, and awakees are. And it's awakening so many more populace now as I sit before you. And I keep things, back to the basics and simple in their explanations of things. But they keep it really simple. Yes, there's evilness out there. The critters, creatures, demons and monsters exist on our realm and on our plane, but we are stronger. Because we're under God's favour and God's graciousness. That's just to keep it blunt. And what I'm here to do, and my mission, function, and I focus and assist and supporting and helping you guys get out of this order, out of chaos and anarchy. Anarchy is just very, very near. Anyway, in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost, amen. Take care out there, stay safe, and bye for now. 4-T, the sanctuary, pursuit, and the truth is the golden truth, and the facts. Blessings to one and all.